Hello and welcome to another video from Kitchen Table Tech. This time I'll be looking at repairing a faulty Blue Yeti condenser microphone purchased from eBay. I know there have been several USB repair videos made already. This one's a little bit different, a last-ditch repair where others have failed. If you tried replacing the USB socket or hardwiring a USB cable but the damn microphone still won't work, this video could be for you. So let's get started. You may have seen several disassembly videos already, but just in case this is the first video you find, here's a quick guide. If you need a more detailed disassembly, search is your friend, but remember to come back here to do the repair. You need to remove the knobs from the front and rear of the microphone. They're quite tricky and a bit stubborn. I found using a piece of cloth wrapped around each knob and then large pliers to gently pull them off worked well. My microphone is in a very well used and abused condition. Using a cloth might just keep yours pristine. Once you've removed the volume and mute controls, flip the mic around again and remove the gain and microphone pattern knobs in the same way. When you've carefully removed all the control knobs, it's time to move on to removing the screws holding the microphone electronics inside the shell. Underneath the mic you should see two identical Phillips head screws. Remove those. Below those two screws you'll see a larger hole with a piece of soft material in the bottom. Carefully remove this using a pair of pliers or similar. Under this black circle is another screw. Unfortunately mine had already been lost somewhere, so I can't show you that bit, but as you might have guessed, just remove the screw. Once you've removed the three screws and all the control knobs, you should now be able to access the microphone electronics. There is one digital PCB and one analog PCB. As we're going to concentrate on the USB repair in this video, it's the digital board which interests us most. The digital PCB will be labelled Digital Rev 8C or something similar. I know there are other boards out there, however, I only have access to this one microphone. Even if you don't have the exact same revision board that I do, please watch until the end as they do appear very similar from other videos I've seen. Looking at the top of the digital PCB, you should be able to see four Phillips head screws holding the PCB onto the silver metal microphone frame. Remove these screws, then gently lift the PCB away. There is a 6-pin board interconnect, so pull the board away carefully to avoid any damage. This is the USB port on my Yeti. You remember how I said earlier that a screw was missing from my microphone? Well, I purchased this mic from eBay with a faulty USB. Only when I had paid and the mic was in the post, the seller mentioned he'd tried to repair the USB already. However, he thought his soldering iron was just too big. It was with some trepidation that I opened the mic, and reasonably so. As it turned out, most of the pads had already evaporated off the PCB, with the occasional flicker of hope from the red LED when wiggling the USB cable. Never one to give in, I ordered several replacement mini USB ports from eBay. I think I paid about £5 for 20 of them. You can generally get things cheaper in quantity, and I wasn't sure just how many USB ports I might actually go through while attempting to fix the thing. I suppose that's about $7 for those who aren't in the UK. Unlike what seemed every other person on YouTube, once I'd replaced the USB socket the mic wasn't working. It seems this microphone uses a multi-layer PCB and the traces for the USB data positive and negative are not on the top or the bottom of the board but in the middle. So this will be easy, I thought. I'll just get on and search for someone who's traced out some kind of schematic. I could see where the USB plus and minus 5V tracks were, but not the data ones. I couldn't even use continuity tests as I had no solder pads on the USB port to test from. Needless to say, I couldn't find any information anywhere other than a pinout from the main controller package. Pins 19 and 20 are the final destination for our USB data positive and negative. I spent a fair while working my way backwards through the components and wires all the way back to the USB port. And if you've tried everything else to get your Yeti working, I hope you'll find these solder points useful. If you're a bit worried about soldering direct to the small components, there are a pair of wires on the reverse side of the board which you should be able to use. You'll need to scrape off some of the solder mask, of course, and gently expose the copper track and then solder as normal. I did get a bargain with this Yeti. I paid less than £30 including shipping. I got to find out a bit more about these pieces of tech and had an excuse to make a video out of my endeavours too. Yetis are currently available in high street stores and online for about £120 new, and yet some sellers on eBay are asking £70 or more plus shipping for faulty and incomplete microphones. So in between the crazy prices there is the odd occasional bargain. This is the first video I've made using the Yeti to record, which seemed appropriate. So that just about wraps this video up. If you have any questions, please do write them in the comments, and I will try my best to answer if I can. Thanks again for watching, and of course the best of luck with your repair.